Should we be allowed to choose the sex of our children simply because we have a preference? Well, our next guest, Michelle Priestley, believes we should. And Michelle, welcome to you.
Hi.
So we'll start off this saying you've got 5 boys. Each time you felt disappointed that you were carrying another boy. Why?
Yeah, I think initially when you decide to have a family, I thought, oh, yeah, it'd be quite nice to have a little girl, because I think sometimes people do have a preference. Most people don't, but some people think, oh, yeah, it would be nice. So when I found out that our first one was a boy, I was a little bit disappointed, but obviously very excited to be having a baby.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I did want girls, but when obviously the baby comes along, you're just grateful to have, you know, a happy, healthy baby. So when they arrive, no, I wouldn't change a single thing, no.
So, but you think you should be allowed to if you wanted to?
I think, yeah, I do think gender selection should be legalised here. It's available in other countries. If you go and have IVF, for example, in America, they say to you, providing the embryos are fertilised, do you want a boy or do you want a girl or do you want a surprise? And I think, you know, we have the science out there available to us, so why shouldn't we make that choice?
So what you're saying is that you should be allowed gender selection, but you're going to have to be rich to do it.
Yeah, of course. And I mean, it's like most things, really. I mean, it's quite extreme, and I think really there's very few people that would go to those extremes. I mean, most people are happy to have a healthy child, or they already have one of each, or they don't have a preference.
Online, a lot of people comment about you. What sort of things have they said?
To be honest, I mean, I spoke about this about 6 years ago, and I've had a lot of mixed reviews. A lot of people have said, you know, you're very lucky to have 5 healthy boys, and I am. I'm really lucky to have 5 healthy boys. But I also had a lot of people that contacted me and said, you know, I feel so pleased because I'm so ashamed. I couldn't even tell my husband when I had my, I don't know, 3rd daughter or 4th son. I was so disappointed. And you've spoken about it and said that there is such thing as gender disappointment. I wouldn't change anything now. The dynamics of my family are, you know, are perfect.
How did the boys feel about it? Because when they were in your tummy, you were wishing that they were someone else.
To be honest, we don't really talk about it in any great detail. I mean, you know, we're a really loving family. You know, they've got a mum and dad that really love them. And now I wouldn't change a thing. I wouldn't want it any other way, you know, because I'm obviously meant to be a mum of 5 boys, and that's what's happened. But I just still think that, you know, the medicine is out there available to you. Why shouldn't you be able to choose?
But many people say that is the thin end of the wedge, that if you can pick the gender, then it's a short step to picking the hair colour and the eye colour, and no, there's a predisposition here to diabetes, so no, let's not use that embryo, let's use... So then the selection becomes much more defined and scary.
Yeah, I mean, I think here we're just talking about whether you have a boy or a girl, and the fact that it is available in other countries means that, you know, we should really probably be allowed to have it here, but our country have decided that that's not the case.
What does your husband think?
Well, he's actually been married before, and he does have a daughter. I've got a lovely stepdaughter and a stepson, and he wasn't bothered at all. He just, you know, he kind of went along, had lots of babies for me, really. But no, he obviously wanted me to... You know, when you love someone, you want them to be happy, don't you, and achieve what their goal is. But no, he's happy. He's a firefighter and surrounded by men all day. So yeah, it's all good for him.
Assuming the quote is correct from Chrissy, which was in People magazine, she said, "I've made this decision. Not only am I having a girl, but I picked the girl from her little embryo. I picked her and was like, let's put in the girl." It does sound very casual, doesn't it?
It does sound casual, but then that was their preference. If they're a loving couple and they're happy and they had that option of making that choice, what's wrong with that?